going to be working in the horizontal positions from the vertical. With the horizontal, first thing I'll show you is on the disc. When you go to take them off, you use a plastic wedge, or you got to be careful with your nails. You just lift it up, slide it off, and you just get another one. But we recommend you get a table, or a lot of times you can like stick it right here on the side of the machine. See, if you're going to do it temporarily. And then you go put your other disc on. Your next step, see, this one was the rough one. Now this is what your next step. You just lay it in there, line it up, and see that pilot serves two purposes. It helps you line up your disc straight. This way your disc is the TIR is right on. That's what the button is for. It's to help you line up your disc. It has so that's what the reason for that is. And then you always double check, make sure you're all fine. Now when you work, you can put very heavy. You can put 100 pounds, whatever you want, and then you take the steady rest off if you don't want it, and work in. You know, you go right over the top of it. So you can put a whole complete piece on there. The whole really is 21 inch, 22 inch diameter to work on this piece. So the horizontal has its good advantages. You can set it on, or you can push down on all the weight you want. It's up to the individual. And with the horizontal, say you're doing some real close, and you want to lap it, and you want to very close. You have to hold a close tolerance that normally if you hold it in one spot, you will have a little, you can't see it, but it's in there. You want it perfect flat. You want to go, say the wheel's going clockwise, you want to work the piece counterclockwise. That'll give you a perfect flat piece. And that's important, you know. When you say you're working with a piece, and say you do, there's a lot of people laminate glass together. So to get a perfect good flat for your laminating, you want to go in a figure-8 position. So when it's working, you want to take your piece, go like this, just work it up. Try to use as much of the grinding wheel you want, because the more you do it in the different ways, that's why you get the cross cut. Say you're over here and the wheel's going this way, you got the cuts this way. If you move it in another angle, what you do is get a cross cut this way. So what you do, you get an even cut across your surface, and that gives you a more flat surface. And it's important because a lot of people do laminating, and then also now a lot of people do bevels, like inside. You cannot do no inside curves on this, but you can do outside curves where people do curves, and a lot of people do bevels. You do a straight line bevel and an outside curve bevel on these, so you do them at any angle you want, or you can use this. Say you want a different angle, you just move this plate, put your angle what you want, and then you work your piece right to it. So you can do so many different ways, and you can do rocks, you can do anything. You can do. There's a lot of people that say they make different type of trophies with granite and glass. So they do a lot of times they have like 1 inch glass, and they're putting a 1/2 inch bevel 45 around their whole pieces. So sometimes they'll use this steady rest and kick it on angles that they have a different way of putting different angles on. And the water comes through the center, and it does a good job keeping it clean.